All right, you guys, I took some drone videos of the Mace Farm. Right now, I'm standing in the big pasture. It's kind of remarkable. It's right about where Patty and I were standing the first time we ever walked out there when these 5 or 6 horses came racing over the hill and then departed right in front of us when we thought we were going to die. But anyway, so now you can see they have a stupid pond in the middle of the big pasture. And also at that time, there were no trees out there. They had one tree in the big pasture before. Now they got, I don't know, look at it, hundreds of them. That's looking over at the Nelson's farm right there. And then we head in the other direction, and you can see a little bit of the condos, the condos right past Mom's house. And then off in the distance, you can see that was T. Rowe Price. Here we got McDonough, and we got a better look at McDonough in a little bit later on. I don't know what all these fences are out there. I mean, these fences, they just end in the middle of nowhere. So what they're good for, I don't know. Maybe people ride horses out there or something, but I'm not sure. And so yeah, so they got this pond. Oh yeah, I'm like Alfred Hitchcock. I like to at least do a cameo performance. So that's me standing there in purple as the drone flies past, and then gives us a little picture of the house off in the distance with T. Rowe Price building in the background. Georgie Dell's farm way up there. Another picture of McDonough. You can see that brown spot there. That's where they're building a whole bunch of new teacher living quarters. Oh yeah. So in this one, they got these Canadian geese out there. So I thought maybe I could swoop down and scare them away, but you can tell that, looking at it, I thought I was going faster than I was. And I also thought that I was getting closer to them than I was, but I kind of looks like I chickened out and went up before I got close enough to give them a startle. They just sat there. Here we are. We're looking up from the old bridge coming up the barn driveway. That's Vinny. There's a spotted pot for the workers at the stand. Just going to go. It's full of trees now. There's so many trees. I feel like cutting them down and having nice pastures again. So there's the house. I guess the guy who lives there now has a dog because he's got the wooden fence on the back. And that's right where the stand is. You guys that don't know, that's off to the right. You can see Chip's stand is underneath that tree. People park in the upper part of the barn driveway. A lot different than when we were there, I'll tell you that. Oh yeah, I took this picture, and then we go up a little bit, and I think you can see that coming out of the back entrance of McDonough, in case you guys didn't know it, there is now a traffic light. Can you believe that? A traffic light at the end of that road. So that's where they're building a whole bunch of teacher houses up there. So then I decided to zero in on the house and surroundings. Okay, there's the stand up there, Chip's tractor. Got if you look kind of closely, this guy comes off to the right side there, a customer. He was a customer, but he kind of gives me the hairy eyeball because he's looking at this drone. I think if you have any paranoia in you, having a drone flying around might make you a little nervous. But I just yelled to him, I'm having fun, and he did wander off. So there's the new garage. Remember the old garage when we had Denny Moore beef stew and beefaroni and one other thing I can't remember right off the top of my head sitting in there. Um, New steps out back. And then we go up high. On the left is Denny's old room. I know Robbie and Denny used to share it. And then after they moved out, I moved in, but I always think of that as Denny's room. And then in the middle, if we get up a little bit higher, is Patty's room. Then off to the right, it's Carol's room. they put on a new roof recently and a new porch. Um, the old dogwood tree is gone. That's a new, not a new tree. Chip planted that ash tree right over there many years ago. Remember all the football games we used to have on this little front grass here? I think the dogwood tree was the goal line. And the television room back there in the back, my favorite room in the house. I mean, I thought the den was the most unique, but actually, we spent much more time in the television room. And so, yeah, you can see. Remember that field out there? I mean, it used to go all the way down the stream with maybe a couple big oak trees, but now it's all, wimpo trees. So then, now I'm going to move around to the back. Now in the back of the house, there's the old garage. Remember we used to play baseball out here, and right about there, played baseball. There's the back porch. The baseball games, the thing I remember the most is Ricky Catterton used to bring all the balls and the bats and gloves down, and then he invariably would get mad and he would wander off back up to school and take all his equipment with us. But we used to have a great discussions on that back porch, solving all the world's problems. There's the television room there. There's Robbie's room right there on the right, and my room right next to him. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this trip around the old Mace Farm. Catch you later. Have some beefaroni on me.